How did you guys feel about Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm?
I felt like she was giving Reed a hard time a lot during the movie for like the circumstances that they were in. And the whole time, Reed is just like, listen, I'm autistic and I'm trying my best. Don't yell at me. I'm ready.
Great, because we're already recording. Hi, welcome to a brand new episode of Hero Huddle. This is a podcast where I, Tomahawk.
I, Stu.
And I, Tristan.
We discuss the pop culture nerd news of the week, and then we make fun of it and do silly little bits. This week, we're talking Fantastic Four. First steps. Let's jump into it, I guess.
Okay.
So before we start, let's all say
Yes.
what kind of theater
What
we
we're
saw it
thankful
at.
for.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was telling Stu I did not see this in IMAX, and that could have played a role in my feelings of how the movie was. Because like I feel like if I had seen it in the best way possible, maybe my experience would have been a little better.
I saw it at my local Regal, and our Regal is very small, so it does not have like the stadium seating where like you're like a good like couple feet above the person in front of you. Is like a slight decline towards the screen. Maybe IMAX would have helped a little bit, but I think most of my problems aren't like on the visual level with the movie, except for one specific part.
I saw this in a standard theater, did not see it in IMAX. Is that what we needed to get out of the way? Is that none of us saw it in IMAX?
Yeah, because I mean I've seen the like the crop ratio, I guess.
The aspect ratio.
Yeah, for like
Okay.
IMAX versus regular, and it's definitely a difference.
I can see that definitely being a thing. Also, I think they also shot it in Real D 3D, so it might look a little bit funky not being in 3D. Because I know that has been the case sometimes where if they shoot it for certain form factors, then it doesn't look as good if it's not in that, that viewing style. I don't know for certain, because I don't make movies.
I do. I didn't notice anything like that. I noticed some really janky CGI. This is our non-spoiler section. Non-spoilers. We'll alert you when we're going to talk spoilers.
Yeah.
But the quality of the CGI, that's not a spoiler. You know there's CGI in a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
It ranges from all right to really bad. Really bad.
See, I'm on the opposite. I think it went from like pretty good to like one extremely bad case. And I don't think it's a spoiler to say that there is a CGI baby in this movie. Because from the trailers, you know that there is a baby in the movie. It was on like Twilight levels of CGI baby bad.
I did a quick review, like a little short review, like real length for this movie. And I compared the baby to Renesmee from Twilight. So
yeah. It's a rough baby.
It is an off-putting baby. There's a bit where you see the Thing, a CGI character, like walking and like turning with the baby, like holding it, and like it is not going at the same rate. Like it is not turning with him. He is not holding it. It is just floating alongside. It was yuck.
Yuck.
It was a yucky baby.
Yucky baby. I really like the aesthetic, though, the sort of production design. The sets that are real in this, I think, look really good.
Yeah. Yeah.
The editing in here looks really nice.
Yeah.
I enjoy a lot of the stuff that's happening. And
I think what helped out a lot, like, so especially with the first not the first one, but the 2005 Fantastic Four, specifically with Reed Richards, his ability, Mr. Fantastic, his ability to stretch looked really bad, especially when it was just his skin. Like it was just his skin stretching, and like when he went under the door and looked gross. I think they got around that with this movie with their costume design of having them being the full suit with the gloves. That saved a lot of that for me, because I'm like, that could look really bad, but because he was fully clothed, there was no skin showing, it didn't look as bad as it could have. I also watched the first Fantastic Four today, and that was a bad movie. Good Lord.
Well, we're not going to talk about that.
But I will make comparisons.
All right. How do you guys feel about the Thing?
I liked him.
I liked him. I think he
I feel
was.
like he was good.
Yeah, I feel like he's kind of, I would say, kind of the heart of the group or the family.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, he is the rock of the family, I guess.
Yeah, he's
Dwayne Johnson. Yeah,
he's their Johnson.
Yeah, I definitely feel like there were some scenes cut. Obviously,
this has been chopped.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah,
this is the leanest possible version of this movie we could ever get. I think.
I don't know. It kind of makes me wonder, like, what we could have gotten, like, more with the thing, and like, you know, because Ben and Sue are kind of like I don't want to say they're like siblings, but they're like more than friends, but less than lovers, kind of thing. And I feel like they had some pretty like intimate moments that we could have gotten, but they were cut.
I mentioned this in the Superman review we did, where I did like that it's not just a strict origin movie for these characters, because it's something we have seen time and time again. Something that I did enjoy that they left out was Ben's struggle with being a big rock. Because I know that's like, it's definitely like a hard thing to get used to when you're like just becoming a big rock. But you know, after a while, you gotta come to terms with it, and that's what I kind of like about them not doing origin, is that we don't have to see Ben be all like doom and gloom and mad at Reed for being turned into a big rock, because it's something that we've seen.
But they did the origin in the movie.
Yeah, but it was like a little montage kind of thing.
Yeah, it was really quick.
Yeah, but it's in there. It still counts.
I mean, does it though?
Yeah.
What?
And this doesn't belong behind the non-spoiler thing, so I don't want to get into it too much. Again, it's the first like couple minutes. You learn how the Fantastic Four came to be in this universe, but we'll talk about that once we get into spoilers.
Okay.
Because we'll get into specifics.
I like that the thing has clothes.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, he's not just shirtless the entire time.
Yeah.
Like, they actually went through and like, yeah, we can make you some clothes. That way you're just not like displaying
just naked.
Your rock. Yeah, you're just not naked the whole time.
And he's not just shirtless either.
Yeah.
Like, give him full clothes.
Yeah.
Good job.
Thank you. And
Reed's a good friend, I guess, for giving him like big person clothes.
Yeah, which is nice, because like in the comics he would wear clothes, you know, but like in the 2005 and the sequel to that one, they would just had him shirtless constantly. Or like he would wear like a duster, like a trench coat, but no shirt underneath the trench coat.
Yeah, he dressed like a flasher.
In the Rise of the Silver Surfer, he's wearing clothes in that one.
They made him a suit for the wedding, didn't they?
Yeah, but he's also like, there's one scene where he's wearing a jersey and jeans, and then I think at the end
he was really into Soldier Boy back then.
Yeah. This was like what, 05, 06?
Yeah.
And I think at the end of the first one, they're on like a boat or something, and they're like, oh, what size shoes are those? And he's like, they're like 22s or something.
You're right.
So like there's glimpses of it, but in this one, like he's wearing like legitimate like layers outfits, you know, like a sweater vest and a coat and a hat. Like his shoes look so funny. It was great.
Yeah.
It's also kind of odd to me that like the 2000s version of the thing wouldn't use more like regular costumes for him, because like it would hide a lot more of like the sort of seams for the costume. Like it would make dressing the character like for film a lot easier on like the film production standpoint. How did you guys feel about Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm?
I felt like she was giving Reed a hard time a lot during the movie for like the circumstances that they were in. And the whole time Reed is just like, listen, I'm autistic and I'm trying my best. Don't yell at me. And that's pretty much Reed's like excuse. He goes, I can't help thinking the way I do.
Yeah,
Please don't be mad at me.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I
Tristan,
felt like she was really mad at him. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Tristan, what are your thoughts? You looked like you had a lot to say.
Well, I agree with Stu.
Okay, good.
But also, I don't know. She's kind of boring, I think, is the best way to put it. Like, there's nothing special about her as an actress in this movie. I mean, maybe it's just the way like she's written. Like, there's nothing like.
So, like, there's nothing that she brought to the character that another actress could?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. I see what you mean. Interesting.
Like, I feel like, because I can't really say like, oh, I wish she was more like witty, because that wouldn't really fit for her. I just don't know what my ideal Sue would look like, I guess. Maybe that's the problem.
when I think of like Sue Storm, Sue Richards, I'm thinking more of like a cutesy kind of like girl next door vibe.
I've never gotten
This
that.
was
Okay.
that's just what I feel like when I think of her. And then this like what's her name, Vanessa Kirby? She's definitely more like supermodel hot, you know.
Yeah, because every time she used her powers, it was like it was like a magazine cover.
Yeah, she was voguing the entire time. She was using her powers.
Tomahawk, what about you?
I like this Sue Storm. I think she's doing an all right job. I have some general sort of grievances with the script. Surprise, surprise. There's not really a character arc for any of the characters in this. And that's, I think that is the biggest issue with this movie. But an odd thing that I found is the characters are all like fairly complex. Like all of the characters, they're sort of complexities from the comics. They are presented on screen. I don't think any of these characters are one note. Like she has a lot to do in the movie, but Sue Storm is not traditionally a very dynamic character. When you're talking about the Fantastic Four, it's like there's the super genius, there's the muscle guy, and there's the hot shot, sort of hothead. And then there's the girl. And like that's a lot of the sort of characterization she's been given since the 60s.
Not only that, but like in the original run, she only turned invisible. She didn't have force fields or anything else. It was just invisible. And there was like a couple issues where like they were reading fan mail, and some of the fan mail was just like, what's the point of her? What does she do?
She's there to be a girl.
Yeah, she turns invisible. And I think they had to like do like a lot of power creep for her just to get her to like the level that she should be.
I also don't want it to sound like I'm saying that she is a bad character in comics. I think just from the Fantastic Four's sort of conception, she's been one of the more difficult characters for writers to sort of full dimension to.
Yeah.
Compared to the other ones.
Because she can sometimes just be relegated to Reed's wife, who also has powers. And you got to write around doing that. A lot of her interesting stuff is when she's dealing with other characters outside of the Fantastic Four, Namor. Yeah. She had that Malice arc where she was Malice, I think.
Yeah. That was a little stint that they did for some reason.
Yeah. We know why.
Yeah, we know why.
It was the costume.
Sure. Okay. Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm. Good, bad, fine. Good, bad, fine.
Good.
Good.
I think one thing I did see online that someone said about the movie and everyone overall was that everyone is smart, which makes a lot of sense because they all went to space.
Yes.
And, Reed chose them to go. And it's not like he just chose them because they're family. He chose them because, like, they're capable.
Yeah.
So, and I think this movie does a great job of, without getting into spoilers, they give Johnny a job to do.
He does have a task, for sure.
And it shows that he's not just, like, the flirty guy.
Yeah.
Because I feel like in the past, he's always kind of known as, like, he has a temper and he's flirty and that's it. But in this, they actually make him like smart,
Yeah,
which is cool. Go ahead, Stu.
Sorry, I just wanted to, before we, like you said, with everyone having a role. I watched the first Fantastic Four movie today, the one from 2005. If you ask me why Johnny was on the ship at the beginning of the movie where they got their powers, I could not tell you. There's no reason why Chris Evans's Human Torch should be on that space station with them,
right?
Because they never explain what qualifies him to be up there at all.
Because in that one, wasn't there a scene where like Reed and Ben are talking, and Ben's like, he crashed a flight simulator.
Yeah,
like multiple times.
Yeah,
like he snuck in supermodels who crashed the flight simulator.
Yeah.
I think is the line.
And then after they get the powers, and everything, he goes to like doing like motocross like shows and stuff like that, where he's like jumping over things. Like, what do you do?
What is your job?
Like, why were you on that ship?
He just wants to be rich and have fame and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I guess he's Sue's brother, so maybe they shoehorned him in there to get on the. So, but yeah, you're right, Tristan. They gave him a task, and and it actually ended up being like super beneficial because it wasn't anything that anyone else was really focusing on.
Right.
So, quick question about Johnny in this: how old is he supposed to be?
I asked you that, and I have no idea. If I were to put a number on him, I'm gonna say late 20s.
Because that's a weird choice for Fantastic Four.
To go like older for Johnny.
Yeah, like this sort of like early into their career, like
4 years into their career, I think they are.
Yeah, four years in.
Yeah.
So like early Fantastic Four comics, like Johnny's supposed to be like a teenager, I think.
Yeah.
And he's supposed to be like visually like the younger brother a little bit to the group, who's just this 60s boy who likes talking to cute girls and,
Yeah.
getting into 60s shenanigans. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not the 60s.
How do they talk in the 60s?
Yeah.
Transatlantic.
Because they had to tell Pedro Pascal not to.
So
like
Joseph
Casablanca.
Quinn is 31.
Yeah.
The haircut makes him look a little bit younger, but still not young.
Yeah, his look in the movie, his performance, I think, is fine for the most part, except for this one scene that made me cringe.
It's the hair, right?
It's hair.
It's the hair.
It's
the contacts.
There's something it's unsettling to look at him. I feel
it's definitely uncanny.
There's an uncanniness to it.
Yeah.
Do you think
I don't blame him.
Do you think this Johnny is supposed to be younger than the Chris Evans Johnny?
I could not tell you.
Chris Evans has always looked like he's in his like early 30s.
Yeah.
He's never not looked like that.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah. I feel like they got
supposed to be like 26.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
26, 27. I was thinking 27 while I was watching it. I don't think he said flame on during the movie a single time.
I don't remember that, but he was insistent that Ben say his catchphrase in all the trailers.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
And then they just never did. He never said his catchphase. Could you believe that?
Crazy.
They brought that into all the trailers, and they're like, "Is the Thing going to say that famous line from the comics?" And then he just didn't.
Yeah,
that's crazy. What a twist.
Yeah, what a twist. Let's talk about spoilers.
Okay.
Sorry, never mind. Tristan, go ahead.
Spoiler. Spoiler o'clock. Yeah. Spoiler alarm.
You've been warned.
You've been warned. There's nothing to spoil in this movie. This movie is the most basic version of the story you could possibly get. Like,
yeah.
If you've seen the trailer, I don't think that there's anything that I could say that would surprise you.
That's kind of true. Well, not entirely. Because Sue dies.
Didn't I tell you that Sue died?
Yeah. No, I know she died, but I'm saying like...
No. I didn't like... I thought I told you before you saw the movie that Sue died, and I said it like it was a joke. And you were like, okay.
Yeah, I think you did, actually. Yeah. You were like, Sue dies, and I was like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And then it never clicked. That's funny,
I was hoping that you were going to be watching the movie. You're just going to be like, I can't believe he spoiled it for me.
Not at all. Because I didn't see it coming at all. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
It's a short movie, too.
It's pretty short.
It comes in under 2 hours.
With credits.
So very short movie, but I think that kind of benefits it because if this movie was 2.5 hours, I might have blown my brains out.
Really?
I might have.
Oh wait, hold on. We never actually said if we liked the movie. We just talked about the cast and not spoilers.
I liked the movie.
Okay.
But where would you put it on our system?
Yeah, on our system. Where would you
it's
rank
good
it?
with bad. With bad stuff. It's definitely good with some bad stuff.
I agree.
Especially that baby.
Yeah. Awful, horrible CGI nightmare monster
terrible.
baby.
The things I really liked about the movie was the pacing felt right for being as long as it was. They kind of do like their little introduction, and then they're me like, hey, by the way, here is the Silver Surfer. And then that leads into the thing I really liked. Traditionally, especially like the cartoon, the Fantastic Four were like always going on like adventures and things like that. Like there was like they were never like your Spider-Man protecting New York. They were like, hey, let's go underground. There's a mole man down here. Let's go back into space. There's something up there. They were always doing things like that, which is nice to see in the movie because they're like, cool, we have a reason to go back into space, and they do it because it's cool, and I like to see it.
The biggest issue I have with this movie is I feel like a lot of the movie is prep time, that they're using it to prep for going to space, and they're using it to prep for the baby, and they're using it to prep for Galactus. I feel like there's not enough doing. It's more so like getting ready for the action.
Yeah.
I
think
that's just how.
I think you're right. I think what would have helped with that is if they had an actual fight scene with Galactus when they first met him. Like if they actually tried to fight him instead
and
of
like
saving
lost.
it for the last act. Yeah, and then actually lost. Because like with him immediately taking Sue out and them having to just run to the ship, they couldn't really like try to stand and fight him, which I would have liked a little bit. Well, no, I would have liked that a lot better than what they ended up doing. But
yeah,
plot.
I mean, I think Silver Surfer was like possibly the best thing about the movie. Like I feel like her scenes were really good.
Her aura farming when after she got pushed into the lava, when she came out of the lava, and she just like poses. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's aura farming. It made my wife laugh out loud.
Yeah, Silver Surfer is definitely not my favorite part of this movie. Her, like announcing that Galactus is coming to Earth. That's a cool scene. It's been in most of the trailers, I think.
It's every trailer, yeah.
But I don't know. It didn't really work for me.
Really?
Honestly, yeah.
Like the scenes when they're like bending like time and like going through that was so cool. I like that as an action scene, but I don't think of that as like her scene, if that makes sense. Or a scene where like her acting is particularly.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm just talking about her as a character doing cool stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. The character does cool stuff. Yes.
Yeah. That's the most important part of the movie is that characters do cool things.
That's why we're all here.
Yeah, that's why we're here. We're not here for any kind of like, actor analyzation or anything.
That's what I'm here for. I'm here to analyze actors and script and directors and cinematography and sometimes lighting and sound mixing.
I like when things go boom.
Yes.
I like when people say the cool thing.
Yeah.
No, I thought the scenes with Silver Surfer were pretty good. Especially the chase scene when they tried to escape from Galactus. Her just like popping into FTL like that and like chasing him I thought was pretty cool. And they did the thing with the neutron star, which I thought was really cool. I thought, I gotta use other words than cool, but it was cool, It's the 60s. You can say words like nifty, etc.
etc.
Neato,
etc.
Do you guys feel like Reed felt like the smartest man in the universe?
Yes.
We didn't talk about Reed in the non-spoilers, did we?
Not really. I don't think so.
It's okay.
Oh, man, I'm dumb. I'm bad at hosting a podcast.
We can't even count to 4. Yes, Reed felt like the smartest man in the world at the very least, maybe even the universe. And it, again, not to compare it to the 2005, but Reed in the 2005 was a dumbass.
Yeah.
He was never right about anything he calculated in the whole movie. The only time his plan actually worked out was when he's like, we'll heat up Doom and then use the water to cool him off super quick to make him a statue. That's like 5th grade imagination level of thinking. And it took Reed to do that. This Reed not only like hosting like teaching classes for children, but also creating a teleporter. And then also making a teleporter to teleport the entire Earth is smartest man in the world kind of stuff. And I'm glad that they went that far.
I was surprised at how much I liked Pedro Pascal as Reed. Because he was the only person that I wasn't entirely like sold on going into the movie. And I'm going to say it here. I don't care if it's controversial. I don't like the mustache. I don't like the fact that Reed Richards just has a mustache.
He has a little bit of scruff right
A
here.
little bit of scruff, not enough to matter. At the end, in the post credits, they do a little animated Fantastic Four, and that Reed Richards just has a mustache, and my brain just shuts it down. It's like, that's not what Reed Richards looks like. I can accept like a race swap. That's fine. Reed Richards is not a mustache man. He's just not.
But that's
it's very
like,
60s though.
I was just about to say it's very 60s to just do a mustache. Mustache.
I don't like it.
I think the one thing from his design or his costume that I missed the most was the streaks of white in the hair.
Does he have it?
He has a little bit.
Very little.
It's not prominent.
It's not prominent.
Okay.
I wish it was
more
more
prominent.
Yes. It's like 3 strands on each side. It's not a lot. So I wish they did that. No, but I think Pedro Pascal did great. I think they wrote him really well. Like I said earlier, when Sue kept giving him all kinds of hell for thinking the things he was thinking, like, because obviously me sitting in the seat, I'm like, yeah, your options are like, give him the baby. But then when he thinks about that, she gets really mad at him. I'm like, well, I'm a dumbass, and I even know that like that's an option, but it's not a good option.
Yeah, but she's in like mama bear mode.
Yeah, well,
like
kick
you can't
rocks.
be
Turn invisible. Get out of my sight.
like I think that both characters are valid in that moment. If anything, I wish the movie like expounded upon that dilemma more. I feel like there's some interesting things that could have happened. I said it earlier. I'm going to say it here again. There's not a character arc in this movie, and it really hurts the movie. I think if any of these characters had a meaningful arc, the movie would go up like a full letter grade for me. But like Ben is the closest to having a character arc in that like there's a girl he likes, and it's kind of implied, I guess, that he asked her out. But we don't even like see that. It's just, he's like, I want to spend time with you. Okay.
Yeah,
and then we don't see her for the rest of the movie.
Yeah, they kick her out.
It's just really weird. Really weird. I think that Mr. Fantastic, at the start of this movie, when he hears that they're having a baby, I think he should be on the side of like, I don't think I want to be a dad.
Why you say that?
Because then it gives him somewhere to go. So he can like realize that like, you know what, maybe he is willing to sacrifice the entire world for this kid by the end. Or like Reed feels like he is the man that has to save the universe because he's the smartest man on earth. He's just like, I don't feel like I have enough time to like devote to actually raising a child. And like you could tie in some of the other stuff like Herbie building the crib and him kind of abandoning that responsibility. Like that feels like that would be indicative of this arc, but instead it's just kind of in the movie for some reason.
We didn't talk about Herbie either.
Who cares? I don't care about Herbie.
What?
Herbie, no. Okay, look,
He
Herbie's
made
cool.
the sauce.
Herbie's cool. I like Herbie, but like Herbie is completely ineffectual in terms of the story, and I want to talk about the story.
That is one of my favorite clankers. Okay.
Yeah,
Clankers.
He's one of the good ones.
one of the good ones
Oh my god.
in another universe. So I saw this today. Let's talk about this real fast, and then I'm going to go back to my character arc rant.
Okay.
All right. Who wins in a fight? Herbie from Fantastic Four or Herbie Fully Loaded?
Oh, it's Herbie Fully Loaded. That's a car. It's a whole car. You're thinking real hard on this, Tristan.
I'm gonna go with Herbie from Fantastic Four.
All right.
Tomahawk tiebreaker.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Herbie Hancock.
That was an option.
Damn it.
His hands are cocked.
Oh, gross.
All right.
So talk about Reed being a dad.
Yeah, Reed being a dad. If he didn't want to be a dad at the start of the movie because he feels like he needs to be the one to save everyone, and he doesn't have enough time to dedicate to raising a child. He has a full arc by the end by the child saving Sue. And he could be like, oh, I don't have to be the one to save everyone. We're a team. We're a unit. Not all of this has to rest on my shoulders. That gives him a place to go. It bothers me that no one has any change in this movie. And I feel like character
Silver
arcs...
Surfer changed.
Silver Surfer
true.
changed.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's fair.
Yes.
I wouldn't say that she's a secondary character.
Definitely not a main character.
Not a main character.
No.
And if none of your main characters have an arc, it is really hard to write a compelling story. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's hard.
I think, given that, it could have been a lot worse. I feel like the story was fine.
Yeah.
I think the plot is fine.
Yeah.
And I say there is no story in this. It's just plot. Because I feel like I always sound like I'm being hyper negative. I'm hypercritical. I like the movie fine. I want it to be like an A+ movie. And I'm like, these are the things that are keeping it from being an A+ for me.
Right.
But like, I enjoyed it enough. Like, I think this movie is as fine as it could be, considering the fact that no characters change and it kind of feels like we're here for no reason.
Yeah. Galactus. What'd y'all think?
That's Galactus for sure.
I disagree.
Would you prefer the Cloud?
No, like, okay. The one good thing I can say about Eternals is that they did a great job of showing the sheer like size of a sentinel, or not a sentinel. What are
Celestial.
they? Like a celestial.
Yeah.
Like they made them feel so big. And in this, I didn't feel that with Galactus.
He was a little small for you.
He's supposed to be shorter than the Celestials, though.
Because I'm pretty sure he can change sizes. He can like hold Earth in his hand.
I think it depends on the adaptation, honestly.
Yeah, I think most of the time he goes through space on a ship.
Yeah.
But I prefer the version you're talking about. Like, so there's two different versions of Galactus, like sort of in standard Marvel. And there's some debate on which people like more. Do you like Galactus eating a planet through having a machine and then absorbing its energy? Or do you want Galactus to just bite into it like an apple?
Like an apple.
I want it like an apple.
Yeah.
What about you, Stu?
In my heart of hearts, I want it to be the apple. In my heart of hearts, I do. Yes. But that doesn't mean I dislike him just breaking it down and absorbing it.
Yeah.
I don't dislike that. But if it's an apple, I'm going to be happier.
Yeah, I was just really underwhelmed, I think. There was no moment where I was like, oh, this is scary.
Right. Really? Huh.
No, I had that moment. It was when his ship broke through the planet when they got there. I was afraid that he was just the ship. That was Galactus. I'm like, no, not again.
Not again.
I had a little mini panic attack. It's like, there's no way. We saw him in the trailers. Did they just lie to us?
That'd be so funny.
And honestly, like, I remember we may have talked about this before the movie came out, but I remember when the trailers were coming out, people were like, oh my God, like, are they going to lose? Right. I kind of wish they did.
I do too.
I do
yeah,
too.
This
To be
movie would
honest.
be way better if they lost.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I had called that back when we did our Thunderbolts review, because they had the little teaser for Fantastic Four at the end of Thunderbolts, and I'm like, my thought process is they could not save the Earth from Galactus.
Right. Right.
They dimension hopped into this timeline just to
I would have
escape.
loved that.
Because
I would have loved
Yeah.
that.
and they had a reason to, because Galactus doesn't just want to eat Earth. He wants Franklin.
Right.
So they jumped to 616, or the MCU version of 616, to get away from him, because now he's chasing the Fantastic Four for Franklin.
Yeah.
Right.
It makes so much sense. They should the Earth should have been destroyed, and they got away.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that really would have sold the movie for me completely.
For sure.
Because not to go ahead and talk about.
So that would also solve like the sort of like arc decision of like they like if you give one of the characters like, are you willing to sacrifice your child for the sake of the planet? And the end question is yes, and then you do. Like that's obviously going to change them from an emotional state. Like the choices they make have to be like impactful in that way, and that would make the movie feel like it's impactful for the characters. Because at the end of it, they feel the same.
They got their cake and they ate it too. They got to save the world and their son.
Feels like they have an above ground pool. It had a leak in it. They had to try a couple different types of tape to fix the leak, and now they fixed it.
Yeah, they used that Flex Seal. Flex
just
tape.
Going on. Yep, Flex Seal tape, and now they're just moving on with their week.
Yeah,
it's like okay,
to. I don't know. It's silly to say this because it's a comic book movie, but I just find it really hard to believe that they could defeat Galactus. It's just like
if they did not have two factors. If they didn't have the teleporter still up and running, they would have lost. If Johnny hadn't changed Silver Surfer's heart, they would have lost.
That's true.
Like they were pretty close to losing.
Could you give us two more reasons so it could be Fantastic Four reasons why they would have lost?
If Franklin didn't save Sue, they would have lost.
Okay. I mean, they still would have won technically.
They would have
right,
lost
I'll
Sue.
give it to you. Sure, they would have lost Sue.
Yeah, they would have lost Sue.
One more.
And if the Thing didn't fix the sauce, they would have lost. Because then they'd all be hungry because they couldn't enjoy dinner.
They would have starved to death.
Yep.
Because that sauce just didn't have that zip.
They didn't have the garlic.
Yeah, I don't know. Like when Sue died, I was like, I don't know. I was like 80%. I was like, yeah, they're not gonna. There's no way.
It's because he was gaslighting you about Sue dying before.
No.
No, he forgot. He forgot.
I totally forgot. I was just
failed
like
gaslighting.
Yeah, I was like, nah, bro. And then when I realized what they were doing, I was like, I was like, that's a really cool way to bring her back. But I was like, it's ballsy to kill her off like that. But they did the same thing in Rise of Silver Surfer. So I was like, all right.
When I saw Sue dead on the ground, I'm like, get that CGI baby over to her. She'll be fine. Like I knew that they were going to kill Sue off.
Yeah.
I'm like, how long are you going to make me wait?
Yeah.
How long do I have to wait till you get Franklin to like my
Crawl
wife
over
was
there.
like, is Franklin going to do chest compressions? Like he might. He's a magic baby.
Yeah.
God, that baby was so ugly.
It's an awful CGI baby.
I think
when it's first born and it's just floating in space, I was just like, ugh.
it is all purple. I'm just like, oh,
gross.
Yucky.
My eyeballs do not like that.
No, it was really bad. Oh,
I can't wait for this to become a sentence.
As soon as like she's pushing and you see the Thing floating over to help deliver the baby.
Yeah.
Well, he had the forceps things in his fingers. He's just like helping deliver. Like, what's this big rock guy gonna do for you?
Because I mean, it's better that it wasn't Johnny. Because Johnny's gonna be like, I am not doing that.
I can't. I don't know a single man who would do that for his sister. I really don't.
No,
not at all.
No.
You.
But Reek and Stretch. He could have just ran a hand down there when she wasn't looking.
Stretch.
Oh, actually, that reminds me, Tristan. That is one thing that I do miss from the 2005 movie. Reed did use his powers a lot more often just for like daily tasks.
Yeah.
He didn't do that at all in this movie, except for like every once in a while he like stretched a little bit to like write on a chalkboard and things like that.
Yeah, they definitely underused his.
Yeah,
stuff.
like Johnny
They're
would
scared of
set
it for
himself
some
on
reason.
fire just
Yeah.
to see, in the dark, the thing with the beard.
Yeah.
They got to use their powers, but they just didn't want to do it with Reed's character this time.
Yeah, I don't know.
I want to see Reed's like eyeballs get all like thin and squiggly so he could like. You like when SpongeBob and Patrick look at the treasure map?
Yes. Yeah. I'm not looking, I'm touching.
I wanted, like, after his first plan to defeat the Galactus failed, I want him to just like make his like brain really big so he can think harder.
I gotta figure this out.
Think brain blast.
Yeah, I mean,
man.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I looked up, I saw like a thing online. It was like, here's 10 ways that Reed uses his powers like in really creative ways. And I was like, man, they have so much potential.
And
yeah,
maybe they'll do something interesting with it in the future. I think as a jumping off point, this is somehow the best Fantastic Four movie.
Oh, it's not even close.
For
Yeah.
sure.
This is the best one by far.
And
Low
I
bar,
give
though.
it like if we're going to give it like a number grade, a percentage, I'd give this like an 83.
Yeah,
I think I'd give it an 83.
85.
Okay.
79.
Oh wow.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, I do want to say I got spoiled before the movie. I had avoided all spoilers that weren't trailer based, except because now that I'm working at a movie theater, I had to clean up the theaters and stuff like that. And in the music section, there's just a song title, Doom ? And I'm like, oh man.
Damn, that's terrible. Yeah, let's talk about that.
yeah. Let's talk about that. Tristan.
Yeah.
We talked before you saw the movie and after I had seen it. And I told you the post-credit scene is really underwhelming because it's nothing we don't already know. I said, come up with 5 ideas of what you think the post-credit scene is. I guarantee it's one of them. Was I right or wrong?
You're right. Yeah. And to make things funnier, so it was Doctor Doom, right? Cool.
Crazy. Could you believe it?
Yeah.
Fantastic Four movies
Crazy.
teasing Doctor Doom.
Finally.
The funniest thing about that scene is that was Robert Downey Jr.
No way.
Yes, it was.
Shut up. No,
It was.
wasn't.
Look it up. Look it up.
No. I refuse to believe that.
And I was like, why would they not show his face?
No. Bull.
They said it
That's
was not a stand-in. I was like, what is happening?
Shut up.
I hope
No,
that
it's
I'm wrong.
not.
I hope that I'm wrong.
I will
I'm like,
I
bro.
will eat a shoe if
What-
that was Robert Downey Jr.
What if the whole
they-
time they were faking us out? They just want to get butts and seats for RDJ being Doom, and they actually just have like another actor the entire time. Wouldn't that be nice?
No, I want Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom.
I do not.
I am intrigued. Look, we all know this is heading to a full universe reset. And like you'll get a different Doctor Doom actor after this. But if you're gonna finish out your multiverse saga, you need evil versions of the characters that you've liked before.
That we love,
And yeah, an evil Iron Man, Doctor Doom, that's fine. I think it's an interesting idea. If it was in the mainline universe, the Earth 19999 universe, I would be like, we'll just get a different actor. But since we're doing a multiverse thing, I'm cool with it.
Watch, it's going to be in main universe.
Also, his face is not going to be messed up, they said.
That's fine.
So it's like, why is he wearing a mask?
Is it even Doom at this point? Like, I know that's not like the only thing about him, but like,
Yeah, I'm like, that's kind of his name.
So to be honest, in the post-credit scene, the baby was like kind of holding his face,
yeah.
which makes me wonder. I'm like, does he know? Is it a face that he recognizes?
There was a comic run where I think it was Franklin or it was his sister, but their first words were Doom. Essentially, their first word was Doom, and it really freaked Reed and Sue out like a lot.
I think that's Valeria's first words.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, I don't think it was. I think it was Valeria's.
Isn't that where he's from?
No, Latveria.
Latveria.
Yes.
And that was a cool Easter egg in the movie.
Well,
Yeah, I liked that.
Well, they
I was
did
like,
the
ooh.
same thing in the 2005 version.
Oh, yeah.
Because when that version's Doctor Doom gets the mask that he wears, the little placard says a gift from Latveria or something along those lines. Because they like butchered that Doom's origin from being like a magic techno king from Latveria to being like a CEO in New York City.
Right.
Full. I'm not trying to make any excuses for a movie that I don't like, but at that point in time, doing like just a full-on Doctor Doom, who's like, I'm equal science and magic, and I rule a fictional country you've never heard of. It's a lot.
It's a big ask for for an audience that only had, I think, Spider-Man 1 and Blade at the time. That's a big ask. I think Spider-Man 2.
Yeah. And some X-Men movies, probably.
X-Men 1 for sure. Maybe X2. So, like, it was like the early years of, like, 20th century having any rights to Marvel stuff. That's a huge ask to make people believe and, like, actually, like, not only people believe it in the theaters, but also having writers being able to adapt him faithfully to the screen.
Yeah.
Is insane ask. I don't discredit. That's not the only reason why that movie's bad. There's a lot of reasons why the movie's bad. It's one of them, but it's not the main reason.
Here's an interesting question for you guys. Do you think, because I feel like Marvel as like a company now, Doom doesn't feel out of place in this universe as a character. Are there any characters or concepts that you still think are too like out there for them to adapt right now? Because I have at least one, and I'm curious if you guys have another.
I'd say
you want me to
go ahead.
Give
us some like ideas to jump off of here.
The Savage Land. I think audiences would have a hard time buying into that, which is essentially there's like dinosaurs hiding under the South Pole.
Yeah. That or like isn't there a T-Rex Spider-Man or spider dinosaur?
He's in Across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah. But seeing something like that in like live action would be bananas.
Yeah, but it has Rogue in
more.
it, and I would love that.
I want nothing more than a Spider-Man T-Rex. That is my personality. That's everything I am.
Spider-Man T-Rex. Let's see. Trying to think of what would be hard to pull.
Like it could be characters or concepts or another thing. Like we've still haven't had Deadpool like get a bunch of voices in his head, or he hasn't befriended like Ghost Ben Franklin. There's a lot of weird stuff that happens in comic books that we're just not close to adapting yet.
Yeah.
And we've gotten to some pretty weird stuff. Admittedly, I'm not trying to say that, this is still a really grounded universe, but if you don't have anything, that's also fine.
I don't think I do. I'm trying to think of any like groups or like anything specific Marvel that
I don't think I do.
Great Lakes Avengers.
I don't know enough about them.
They're like D-list characters.
Yeah, I can't really think of anything. Maybe them giving more serious roles to Howard the Duck.
I would love like just a noir Howard the Duck movie or series.
Maybe some Gwenpool would be weird.
All right, so just picture this: it's True Detective, but your main character is a duck.
God.
What?
Oh, wasn't there a comic run where all the Avengers were monkeys?
I don't know. I mean, probably, but I don't know.
What was it called?
Also, Marvel could do a hit monkey movie.
They had Marvel, The Champions, which had Hercules, Black Widow, Iceman, and Ghost Rider. That's a team. apparently there was a Coneheads run done by Marvel.
Okay, we found it.
Hilarious.
Deadpool core. That could be a funny one to do. Where
But we already had the Deadpool core.
yeah, but actual Deadpool core.
Okay.
But like actual, you know,
All
what I mean. Fantastic Force, Frankencastle. That was the Punisher got Frankenstein with Morbius, I think. Not like them together, but Morbius was also there. Marvel Apes. There it is. Yeah. They
all right.
They turned.
What did you call me?
He said that you're a Marvel.
Yeah, you're a Marvel. No, they literally turned all the Avengers, not just the Avengers, but they turned a bunch of people into apes, essentially. So like Spider-Man is just like a straight up monkey.
Yeah.
Captain America is a gorilla, and Wolverine's a baboon.
That
So it's
feels
like
right.
Planet of the Apes, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Avengers,
think that's
but Marvel.
essentially what that is.
I would really like to have, this is so off topic. We can go back to Fantastic Four after this. I want them to give the Sam Wilson Captain America the Cap Wolf storyline that Steve Rogers got in the comics. Just because I think that could be fun.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
I think it'd be cool.
that'd be cool.
Punisher meets Archie.
Punisher
I
did
did-
blackface that one time.
I asked Tomahawk this at work, but he couldn't really give me an answer yet. I want to see if maybe it's changed.
Great. I don't remember what the question is, so let's find out.
Stu.
Yeah.
Taking, I guess, the 4 Fantastic Four movies that we have,
Technically,
are you
5,
able to choose your favorite version of each character from these movies?
Oh.
Like, who's your favorite Johnny? Who's your favorite Thing? Mr. Fantastic, Sue.
I'm going to be honest. This most recent one has pretty much most of, if not all of them.
Really?
I think is mostly because I feel like the Human Torch in the 2005 movie in the sequel, Silver Surfer sequel, it definitely felt like Human Torch more because he was just like a cocky guy. But like again, this one does better with like, why the hell is he in space with them? Well, this Johnny's smart.
It makes more sense. Yeah.
But I guess if we're being true to his character, Chris Evans was probably the best Johnny Storm. I think.
You don't think Michael B. Jordan did a better job?
I didn't see that movie.
Oh,
I didn't watch it. I can't. I really can't.
We have
tell
to
you.
pause what we're doing so Stu can watch Fantastic.
We'll
Tristan
be
and
back.
I will not watch it.
No, we have to watch it together. Y'all have to come over and watch it on my big TV.
I don't want to do that.
I will be there.
Thank you.
I'm
I'll
so
do
down.
it, but I don't want to.
I'm so down.
Jessica Alba's Sue Storm. I gotta watch Silver Surfer again, but in the first one, they really just like relegated her to being eye candy and nothing else.
Yeah.
And then Silver Surfer, she was like a potential love interest for the Silver Surfer, which was really weird. And he's like, "You look like my dead wife," and I'm like,
What?
And I think Pedro Pascal's read is probably the best read. I wish they did a little bit more stretchy stuff, but he's really good read. And I think that this thing definitely looks the best. And I like that he's not always being bitchy about being a rock dude. So I got
That's fair.
like other than Chris Evans, I think that this new one has got the hat trick, you know?
So this is where it gets tricky for me. Nobody on the Fan Four Stick team like makes it to the upper echelon of like even being considered. Sorry, you're all fine, but no thank you.
Yeah.
I feel like the cast of the 2000s Fantastic Four would have done as good a job if they had been given this script as this cast. So that's where I'm kind of stuck.
I would agree with that.
I agree because the 2005 was in development hell since like 98, I think.
Oh my god.
I think 20th Century bought the rights to it, and they sat on it with the director until like 2003 or 4, and they're like, "Hey, you guys keep giving us these scripts, and we don't like the scripts," said 20th Century Fox. So keep trying, because they were trying to do like at one point they were going to do like a 3-hour long like epic for the movie, and it was like, "Nah, we don't want that." Anyway. To short answer is they went through development hell. That's why the script is kind of bad. Also, they can't do Doom well with that kind of time.
Right. Hey, this is like a quick thing. Instead of watching Fantastic on your big TV, I would rather watch the 90s Fantastic Four movie that never got released.
If you can find that in its totality, if it's not just like on YouTube, we can just do
I think
YouTube.
It's just on YouTube.
We can do that.
Really?
We can do.
Yeah.
Wow.
Here's the thing. We'll do both. That way we can compare them and see which one is better.
Okay, fine.
Stu,
Listen,
I know you haven't seen Fantastic,
No.
so this is a little spoiler for you.
It's bad.
Do you know where the clobbering time is clobbering time? Do you know where that catchphrase comes from for the Thing in that movie?
I don't.
His brother used to bully him, and that's what he would say when he used to beat him up.
Yeah.
And so the Thing is like, I'm going to use that now when I beat up bad guys.
His brother,
Generational trauma. Good
Yeah,
lord.
there's a flashback where like his brother walks in the room, goes, "It's clobbering time," and like smacks him against the head.
Pow, right in the kisser. I think if y'all are gonna drive 2 hours to come watch a movie, we have to watch more than just one movie, you know. So
Yeah,
Agreed.
we'll watch 2 bad movies.
we'll watch 3. We'll do a bad, a good, and a bad. All right.
Well, look, if we're watching 3 Fantastic Four movies, we might as well just watch every Fantastic Four movie ever made.
Go. Yeah.
God.
Let's
Or
do it.
most of the way through.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay, back to the actual movie we're reviewing. I'm so sorry.
Dear listener.
Yeah,
Dear listener.
you're doing great. We're still new to this. This is like week 4. This is the start of week 4 of us doing this show and actually premiering it.
Oh, in the comments, do what I just asked Stu and Tomahawk to do. Write down your favorite version of each character.
Yay!
Yay.
Viewer engagement.
Shoehorn that in so late.
Just put that in there.
It's
great.
been 10 minutes since you brought that up.
It was
It
perfect.
just hit me.
It was perfect. I can edit stuff around. I'm not going to, but I could. All right.
Man.
I feel like I should have more to say about this nothing movie, but it's kind of nothing, isn't
It's a
it?
big nothing sandwich
I like
Okay.
in a good way.
I like Galactus. When I heard his voice for the first time, I said, "Ooh, baby." I really, really liked the introduction
We're going to
of
see him
Galactus.
again. You think?
Yeah,
You think so?
Absolutely. Yeah.
absolutely.
I hope so.
I think Galactus is one of the few villains that they just will refuse to kill off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's a few universe mainstays in Marvel. Galactus is one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And he is so much more interesting as a figure that can't like die and as like a sort of ever looming threat. If they kill off Galactus, I will assassinate Kevin Feige.
Every time he appeared on screen, I said, "Get off my screen. Put your hot daughter on the phone."
Oh, the Silver Surfer, her CGI looked a lot better in the theater than it did on my phone. So
That's good.
Yeah.
yeah, the textures on her, I was like, oh, she actually looks like metal in some of these shots. Good job.
Did y'all's theater have, or did y'all's like, when y'all watched the movie, was there like a weird, not weird, but was there like a certain graininess to the movie to you? Because it
Not
could
that
have,
I noticed.
like, my theater is old, so it could have just been like my
Yeah.
theater thing, but like, there was like a certain amount of like graininess to the picture that made it feel old, like a 60s movie kind of thing. I didn't know if that was the same for y'all or not.
I believe it. I don't remember that sticking out to me, but
Right.
yeah. Let's see. Is there anything else? Oh, how do you... Something that bothers me with the 60s aesthetic, because I actually liked when they've been teasing I'm going to respond to that when I'm done with my thought, because I'm really confused by it.
It's not our universe.
Isn't it though?
No.
I wish.
Okay. Something that really, like, they've been talking about trying to do a Fantastic Four movie set in the 60s for a very long time. And I've been pretty adamant against that, because something that I will hate going forward is these characters popping up and then Reed Richards, smartest man in the universe, being like, what's a cell phone? I hate that as a concept. How do you guys feel about these people going to like a modern dimension or like our modern MCU? Do you feel like having placed them in the 60s is going to make them feel dumber? Because that's kind of how I feel like it's going to come across in Doomsday.
I say no, because they live in like a Tomorrowland. And I think it's very futuristic, even though it is the 60s. So I think there's going to be some stuff they're going to be like, wait, you guys don't have flying cars?
Yeah.
Like, I think there's going to be some stuff they're surprised that we don't have.
Well, the Fantastic Four were the only ones with flying cars.
Yeah.
Which is
but they have
weird.
stuff like there's a robot that was like walking a dog.
That's true.
And just like stuff like that. It's like very, futuristic still.
I can have my Roomba walk my dog.
This is true.
Not well.
Not well, but she's very low maintenance. My dog, not the Roomba.
Roomba's really high maintenance.
Roomba's
I have to
needy.
change the filter on my Roomba so often.
Dude,
And it drives me
I have to
insane.
like pluck the hair clumps out of the little sweepers because there's so much dog hair.
Dang it, Roomba. Dang it. I named my Roomba Goomber. I named my Roomba.
Gooner?
Dang it.
This is my Goomba.
I named it Goober. Can't believe I goofed.
Gooned.
Stop it.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else? Is that it?
There wasn't much else to the the movie.
Yeah.
Mole Man.
Why is he in this? It made me angry.
Oh no! Actually, I was going to say this. I forgot about that. Thank you for showing like the heroes care about people and like actually evacuating a place.
That was nice
because that's what Superman did in the new one. He, not him specifically, but they did evacuate Metropolis. Man of Steel Superman destroyed Metropolis.
He did not care.
He didn't give two shits about the people there.
Nope. That movie's been that Man of Steel changed how people make comic book movies
for the worst. It was so bad.
I mean, I think it's for the better.
Oh, now, yes, absolutely.
Yeah, like all the ramifications of Man of Steel is people going, "Oh, we have to make sure that whenever they're doing a big fight scene, we have to say that it's evacuated or they're saving people."
Because you don't believe. So, especially with this Fantastic Four, where Sue gave the entire speech about how it's not just the Fantastic Four who's the family, but their world is their family. Because similar to like the cartoon and in the comics, they're celebrities and like everyone knows who they are. It's not that they're the Fantastic Four with secret identities. They are them as the Fantastic Four. Whole world loves them. She's like, hey, we are all family. I wouldn't give up one of us for all of us. For them not to then evacuate the city before Galactus got there would be such a slap in the face to all those people.
I feel like they obviously cut a lot of the other villain stuff from this movie, and I feel like you needed at least some of it to set up Mole Man, him just popping up and being like, I'm going to be sassy at you guys for 8 seconds, and now I'm going to serve my role in the story. I'm like, this is nothing. Man, this is nothing. I feel like if you wanted to have him feel like that made any amount of sense, something they could have done is before Sue makes her big speech about everyone being family. You could have some of their villains like try and kidnap the baby to give to Galactus. And now they like, you have like some minor like action set pieces like in the building, and you can play with some of the lower level villains. Like Mole Man just being like, I don't care about your baby. I don't care about people in the surface world, but I got to take care of my own. I got to care for the mole people. And it, like, if they had to like fight off some of these second tier villains, like it would make more sense. Instead, they just pop in and it just feels random. Oh, I didn't get to talk about the scene that made me cringe.
That wasn't the baby.
It wasn't the baby. It's the scene where Johnny is yelling at Silver Surfer, and like she like yells at the end. I was like, I don't buy this for a second. Yeah, because she's listening to like the people crying out from the worlds that she's destroyed. I didn't buy that for a second. I thought it came across as really cheesy and cringe.
I liked it actually. I feel bad that I liked it now.
Well,
the one tiny nitpick I have is that it would have been cool if they, I guess, kind of talked about how Johnny's clothes don't burn off. Because usually they do, unless he's wearing his costume.
no.
But he was wearing like just regular pants and like a shirt, and they didn't.
I feel
He wasn't naked.
like if you're not media literate enough to figure out that Reed made fire retardant clothes for his brother-in-law after 4 years of being the Fantastic Four, I feel like that's on you.
That's kind of where I'm at also. Like if this was like the first year of them being Fantastic Four, I'd feel like that's probably valid. But 4 years in, they've adjusted.
They have clothes for the thing that fit and don't care, you know.
That's true.
They can make some clothes that don't set on fire.
Because he has a lot of clothes, Reed, that stretch, right?
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not just his Mr.
I think
Fantastic
so.
costume. Like,
Yeah.
So it just unstable molecules or whatever. So I think, do you guys have anything else? Because I know what the last question I want to ask is.
I think I'm good.
I think I think before I've complained about montages, and they do a montage at the beginning of the movie to try to like set up everybody. I think I would have preferred them like actually like fighting one of their secondary villains at the beginning of the movie instead to kind of introduce the characters.
I think they were going to have that. I think that's where John Malkovich's character was going to be.
Yeah, because you can kind of see like the groundwork for that.
Because the scene where Reed kicks off that monkey into the water.
That was a good scene.
That's pretty funny.
That's I think that was supposed to be like a legit, thing.
That was supposed to be a full scene.
Yeah. So I would have liked that instead of a montage. But as far as montages go, it was pretty inoffensive.
I would really like for Marvel to do some like extended stuff with this movie. I feel like this could really use a director's cut or an editor's cut or whatever. Just an extended version. I feel like there's a lot of stuff cut out of this movie that would have made it better.
Yeah. Do you think that's like a consequence of not having like physical media as much anymore? Because everything kind of just goes straight to streaming now. To where like it used to be you would buy the DVD and
That's
like you would get a bunch of bonus material with like your purchase. You don't really get that anymore because no one's really buying DVDs except for me. I buy DVDs.
We don't get interactive menus anymore either.
It's a shame. I think that's valid.
Okay.
I also think because they would structure the release of DVDs and VHS or whatever, the home media, they would structure it so that the first wave of it that came out was just the regular theatrical version of the movie, and then another year later they'll release the extended version, so that way you felt compelled to buy a different version of the same movie that you own.
Because they'd have to like go in and like re-edit the stuff that they didn't use to be like to add like director commentary and things like that. Where they're like, well, we don't have time to do this and release the movie. So we'll just release the movie and then also do that, the bonus material after we've already released it. I guess that's just me trying to get around to saying don't stop making DVDs, please. It's all I have left.
Please.
Do you
I really like
guys
home media. Yes.
how do you think this will tie into the Thunderbolts post-credit scene?
Who knows? Who knows now?
Um,
This movie doesn't, as far as I'm concerned.
I was about to say, I kind of wish they kind of did something with that.
Yeah.
We talked about that earlier. Like, they should have
Mhm.
lost, and this is how they got to the credit
That's
scene of
really what I
Thunderbolts.
thought was going to happen.
Mhm.
Like my gut.
I
was like, yeah,
put my soul on it when we did the Thunderbolts review.
yeah.
I really did. No, as far as I'm concerned, this movie does not connect to that in any way without some kind of secondary movie to bridge it. But they're doing Doomsday next.
Right.
I mean,
So
all we really know is that their ship can travel anywhere.
yeah.
Mhm.
And so it's like a matter of why.
So
Yeah.
that's the thing, because like at the end of the credits, they're like, "Hey, the Fantastic Four will return in Doomsday," and I'm
Right.
like, "So why did you put them at the end of Thunderbolts?"
Right.
Right.
Because I don't think we have any more theatrical releases until Doomsday, which is concerning.
Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Okay, so we have that one, but then we have Doomsday, which is concerning because we're still getting like production updates where they're still adding writers to production. Like I think
Mhm.
like less than a week ago, they were like, we just added on a new writer for Doomsday. I'm like, I thought y'all were shooting already.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
It's not a good look.
It's not great.
Anyway, I think we're done. You want to ask your last question before
All right.
we
Last question.
go on?
How do you feel like this compares to Superman? Do you like this more than Superman, less than Superman? How do we feel about these movies coming out so close together? What are our thoughts on Fantastic Four and Superman?
Fantastic Man.
Mm-hmm.
Super 4.
Super 4.
I like Superman more.
Fantastic.
I like Superman more. I just think Superman had a lot more going on.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's why it kind of had me more entertained.
Okay.
I like Superman more as well. It didn't feel like a nothing sandwich.
Yep.
Fantastic Four was a big old nothing sandwich, which I think, like I said before, if they had changed the end to be they lost and they fled their dimension, it would no longer be a nothing sandwich. And honestly, I probably would have liked it more than Superman.
Yeah.
If they changed that one thing.
Yeah, I agree.
I like this movie more than Superman. And yeah, I don't think either of them are particularly great. Again, I think so. I don't remember what number I gave Superman when we did that review, but at this point in time, I would give them like, I think I said I gave this an 83 earlier. I'd give Superman like an 82.
I think that's
really
about
close.
what you said last
Okay.
time. You gave like an 80.
Yeah.
You were between 80 and 85 for both. So
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, I don't think either of these movies are great. I think they are steps in the right direction, first steps in the right direction.
First steps.
But I do feel underwhelmed. It's
Yeah.
just kind of fine. If
Yeah.
this movie wasn't as stylish as it was, and I,
Yeah.
didn't like looking at it as much as I do, I would like this less than Superman.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Superman is lacking a certain visual style.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fair enough.
All right, so
Cool.
that's it for our Fantastic Four review. Please, dear listener, dear viewer, could you give us at least your top 5 or top 10 favorite superhero movies? It doesn't have to be comic book. Tell us that we're dummies because we missed your favorite superhero movie, and be sure to comment below. Also, please like this video. It does help out with the YouTube algorithm. Stu, is there anything you want to plug today?
You can find me on twitch.tv/Stuwu_, where I do gaming and things like that.
Tristan, can you tell them my plugs?
You can follow Tomahawk at Tomahawk Presents.
Oh, thank you. And you can follow Tristan at Tajview. Tajview?
One of those. Yeah.
Came out weird, but yeah.
Yeah.
I should probably start putting your socials in the YouTube description. I haven't been doing that.
It's all right. I haven't been streaming.
All right. But yeah,
Cool.
follow us. and then we'll post about the show, and then you can like comment about the things that we post, and we can try and make things that you like, because that's our goal. We want to be a part of your day. So, hey, love you, and we hope you have a great rest of your day. Make good choices. Don't do drugs unless you want to. I'm not your
Just
mom.
not the crazy ones.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay, bye. Oh, Wakanda forever.